Center virtual experience, Tuesday night life study. It is good to be with you tonight, and just grateful to have you tuned in, and just excited to bring part two of what was a very exciting message, awesome message last week. And listen, I came to a conclusion today. I think I'm going to teach this for the rest of the month on Tuesdays. I don't believe I'm going to get through everything that I have for you tonight. It is such a powerful message, and I cannot wait to share it with you. And so my plan, I believe, is to take these three unexpected blessings of being misunderstood that I'm going to explain tonight and deal with them for the next 3 weeks or the next 2 weeks, including tonight, 3 weeks total, because it's just too much stuff, and I'm ready. I cannot wait to get into this. So let's go through the networks really quickly. Facebook, good evening to you. It's good to see you virtually. And thank you so much for tuning in. Do me a favor. I need you to love this broadcast. I need you to share it now on your page. I need you to say good evening in the chat room if you are tuned in. Let's get that number rising really quickly. I'm going to try to take my time a little bit more tonight. I don't have to press and do anything with the kids. And so they gave me the night off, and this is good. And so I'm going to be able to take my time, but I'm excited. Again, Facebook, say good evening, then hit that @ symbol. After you hit love, after you hit share, or started a watch party, I want you to hit that @ symbol. I need you to tag 5 people right now and tell them to tune into this broadcast. This is going to be powerful. This message is going to be powerful, and I can't wait to share with you. Instagram, good evening to you. It's good to see you virtually. Let's get the number going. You know, Instagram is my slow church, so they always come late, but when they come, they do come. And so it's good to see you virtually. Do me a favor, Instagram, fill it up with hearts. Let me know you are tuned in on Instagram. And then I need you to hit that @ symbol. I need you to tag 5 of your friends quickly. I am ready to get into this message tonight, and I really want to take my time and still get us out in 35, 40 minutes. But this is going to be powerful. Pastor's not hating. Y'all are late. Y'all late every week. But it's good to be here, and I'm grateful to be here. Twitter, Periscope, good evening to you. Thank you for tuning in, and certainly praying those of you in the Twitter space are doing well tonight. Do me a favor, hit the hold the heart button and let hearts fly up the screen. When I go back and check the replay, I want to see that you were tuned in, tapped in, turned on through this message tonight. And I'm grateful that you tuned in. And then hit that @ symbol, tag 5 of your Periscope followers, 5 of your Twitter followers. Tell them to tune in tonight to this powerful message. Listen, we got to get the number going. It's going to be a shame. People are going to miss this live, and this is going to be good. And Pastor's really going to take his time and really deal with this tonight. And I'm excited again to be with you, and excited that you joined in tonight. Finally, YouTube. Those of you that are on YouTube, our YouTube channel is @TheREHABCC. That is @TheREHABCC. Is our YouTube channel, and I'm grateful for those of you that tune in via YouTube, that watch us and really support us through YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. Now, I need you to take that link. I need you to share it. I need you to subscribe to our page, like this video, live video, subscribe to our page, hit that notification button so that you can get alerts when we are live again. And then I need you to invite 5 people. YouTube, invite 5 people to tune in tonight. And tell them to join in, because I am excited to teach part 2 of the secret power of being misunderstood. I'm going to talk about the secret power of being misunderstood, part 2. And my goal was to give 3 unexpected blessings of being misunderstood. We're not going to get through all 3. So I think I'm going to give 1 each week for the next 2 weeks. And we're going to wrap up the month with this, because I really was led to go this route today. On one of my 4 walks, I walked about 8 miles today in this nice weather, and Pastor's feeling great in addition to my workout. And so Pastor's just feeling great tonight, and I'm excited, and I hope you are as well. And I hope your week has been as blessed as mine. All right, you got 30 seconds. I need y'all to get some people to church tonight. I don't know where everybody is tonight, but I need you to get the folks in the church, the virtual church house, because I'm really ready to start, and I got to get into this, and this is going to be a blessing to you. I promise you. I just cannot wait to share this message, share this this word. I continue this word from last week. All right. So I need you to hit the love button. I need you to hit the like button. I need you to hit the heart button. I need you to hit the @ symbol. I need you to tag 5 people quickly in the next 15 seconds. Tell them to tune in, because we are getting ready to talk about the secret power of being misunderstood. And it's going to be powerful. I'm going to give you part 2 tonight, and we're going to make a series out of this thing because I really think that there are some things that need to connect with your spirit and with where you are in your life so that they can really materialize into your life and cause you to be everything that you've been designed to be. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so last week we talked about this connection between capacity and understanding. And really, I ended up being stuck on the first bullet point for the entire 25 minutes. And so I'm not going to go back through a lot of that. But one of the things I do want to highlight is a simple thing. And remember, we said it last week, and I'll say it again. And that is when you know what you carry, you know where you belong. And this is so important. When you know what you carry, you know where you belong. You understand that who you are, what you've been gifted to be, what you've been designed to be, what you desire to be, does not fit, does not approve in every corner, in every circle, whatever. So you know where you belong, you know where you don't belong, and frankly, you are okay in both spaces. And again, therein lies the plight of all of this, because the beautiful thing about being gifted, called, chosen to do whatever, and giftedness and being called is more than, staying in the church. You can be called to be an entrepreneur. You can be called to run a nonprofit. You can be called to do a lot of things. And so sometimes we attach words to certain spaces, and having a calling is bigger than preaching. We don't own that word, right? And so regardless of what you've been called to, the most important thing to understand is that when you are authentic in what you've been called to do or what you've been called to be, then you're okay where you belong. You're okay where you don't belong. And so then there is no real need at all to try to fit in circles or try to fit in with people in places where you don't belong. And so I want to encourage you all again to really get a good grip on the capacity, the weight that you've been given to carry in your life, and then just be okay, right? When you learn to become okay with who you are and what you've been designed to be, then at that point, everything around you begin to command everything around you, and everything around you doesn't start commanding you, right? So you don't allow things, and you don't allow environments, you don't allow circles, you don't allow platforms, you don't allow any of these things to command you, but you begin to command the things that align with who you are, right? And so that's critically important. And again, I cannot stress it enough. Be okay with your purpose. Be okay with knowing who you are and where you belong. And if you do that, I promise you, you will then have a greater grip on being able to command any circle in your life. All right. This is so very important. And again, I really can't stress it enough. All right. So when we can command who we are and when we can command where we belong, then we become completely okay with who we are and who we are not. All right. And I'm getting a notification that Facebook is down. I don't know why Facebook is down. It looks like it's showing to me that it is running. I have no idea what's going on, but I will try to send another signal there. And if you're on Instagram, let me know if it's showing on Facebook now. I just try to send another signal there. So can somebody do that for me quickly and let me know whether or not it's showing there? Technology. It was acting a little funky when I tried to log on and get ready. And so it's really no telling what is happening. It really is not. This is just technology, and technology really just acts dumb sometimes. And so I'm still getting a note that Facebook is down. It is still trying to send data. Let's see. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. And I apologize for the technical difficulties, everybody. But let's see what's going on here and see if there's anything that I can do. I know the Facebook church is mad at me. Probably thought Pastor forgot about him. Pastor has not forgotten. I have no idea what's going on. It is resending data. So I don't know what's going on with Facebook. We are definitely showing as connected. It's showing that it's online. So if you all could just let me know if it's showing, if it's online, and then if not, worst case scenario, we can get it shot to our Facebook page. So just let me know if it is up now. So hear what I'm saying. You have to be completely okay with who you are and what you are not. And I can't stress it enough. You've got to be okay with who you are and what you are not. When you are okay with who you are, when you are okay with what you are not or who you are not, then you stop trying to make who you are fit in where you don't belong. I'm gonna say this again. When you are okay with who you are and who or what you are not, then you stop trying to make who you are fit in where you don't belong. There's a lot of people in a lot of circles, doing a lot of things in their lives that really have no true alignment with who they are. And when you are in spaces that don't really align with who you are, and people can see the purpose on your life, then as much as you try to fit in, you end up standing out or sticking out like a sore thumb. And probably the funniest story I can share on this, I'm just gonna pick on myself. One of our college friends passed, Justin Jordan passed in an accident about a year after undergrad, many years ago, and went back for the funeral, drove to Northumberland County, which is right outside of Richmond, for those of you that aren't familiar with that area, and drove there for the funeral. This was a year after we graduated from undergrad, and I remember walking through the funeral line. It was a huge funeral. He and his sister passed at the same time in an accident. It was very sad. We were very young, and I remember when the funeral was over, we were all standing outside, and me and many of the guys I used to hang with were standing outside talking. Went to Radford University for undergrad. We were talking, and the guys had heard that I was now in ministry and was doing some community work and doing some things. And I'll never forget, one of the guys looked at me. His name was Breon. Breon looked at me and said, "Yeah, Zeb, man, I heard, man, you're doing ministry stuff, and it made sense, man." He said, "Because you never fit in with us anyway." And I was looking at him like, "What? Man, no, you never fit in. I mean, you went to the clubs, you went to parties, and you did stuff we did, but you never fit in with us. Like, you never fit in. I mean, we didn't push you out. We accepted you, but you just didn't fit in." And what he was doing was not insulting me. What he was doing was complimenting the purpose that even he saw that I didn't even see in myself at the time. Hear what I'm saying? Or that I saw it, and frankly, I didn't want to embrace it. And it was probably more like number two. And so you've got to understand is that when you end up in spaces, trying to be something that you're not, that don't align with your purpose, that don't align with the vision you've got for your life, the vision God has for you, you end up standing out like a sore thumb. All right. The power, and remember this, and I want you to record this, the power behind who you are is connected to how true you are to who you are. I'm say it again, it's a mouthful. The power behind who you are as a person, as a professional, in your relationships, whatever. The power behind who you are is connected to how true you are to who you are. And the more true you are to who you are, the more the more powerful who you are will be. And so some of us struggle in the power space because we are so busy trying to be true to something that we are not in real life. And so this whole lesson behind being misunderstood, right? The secret power to being misunderstood, really the real secret power behind being misunderstood is authenticity. It's being true to who you are under all circumstances. When being true to who you are even makes you uncomfortable, but you are willing to be true to that so that your life and your purpose all align, that's when you see power. You see people operating in their power space when their authenticity is on full display with not only what they project themselves to be, but who they really are. So this is so important. And again, I cannot stress it enough. You've got to find that authenticity authentic. I can't talk. You got to find that authentic place so that if you are misunderstood, you don't become wobbly because people don't get you, right? You don't become wishy-washy. And I talked about this last week. You know, many people have aborted who they have been called to be because people didn't understand who they've been called to be. And when people didn't understand your purpose or understand your vision for your life or your plan, when people didn't understand all of that, instead of you sticking to it, because people didn't get you, you made adjustments in order for people to get you. And you cannot live an authentic life making adjustments for people on the sidelines. Stop making adjustments in your life for people who are on the sidelines of your life, watching you play your life. You never make adjustments for the crowd. You never make adjustments for the spectators. Y'all not listening to me. You never make adjustments for people who are just tuned in. You only make adjustments according to the purpose and the plan and the direction you have for your life. And everybody else got to get in where they fit in. I'm telling y'all this, and y'all not hearing me tonight, but I'm telling you this is so critically important when it comes to tapping in to the power of authenticity. Many of the decisions I've made in my life, my career, my personal life, heck, my ministry, have not been connected to what people think. Because the pain behind that is you get to a place where if all of your decisions are connected to what people think, guess what? You stop living for you and you start living for everybody else. And when you start living for everybody else, you have no authenticity. You have no power. You have no authority. You have no real influence. When you start making decisions, when you start making moves, when you start making plans that are solely for the benefit and the understanding of other people, you've got to stop it. Authenticity only comes when you got the guts to know who you are and you're willing to be who you are, regardless of the space that you're in. You know, I was thinking about it today. I was walking and I was thinking about some of the circles that I've been in my professional career. Some of the circles that I've been in. And, you know, one of the things that I've noticed about millionaires, like millionaires that I've been around, people who are very influential, who have a lot of money, you know, they've held big roles, they've had big positions, they've done some great things, and they've earned, the millions that they make. I've been blessed to be in circles with a lot of millionaires, multimillionaires, and blessed to be in their circles now. And it's good because you learn a lot about how they move and operate. Let me tell you something I learned about millionaires, and this is gonna make some of y'all mad. I don't care. I'll tell you what I learned about millionaires. I've been around them, and at least the ones I hang with, or I'm in circles with, and I would when I first came around, I remember like there's this one person in particular that I'm really, really cool with. He's like a mentor to me. And he's really taken me under his wings, and, teaches me a lot, shares a lot with me. I've learned a lot of great wisdom from him, business sense, and just frankly, just common day life sense from this guy. And, he's awesome. But I'll never forget the first time I had a meeting with him. I showed up, had this fancy suit on. I had one of my nice, clean, fitted press shirts on, spread collar, like, I was like dressed to the gods, like, nice shiny shoes, all of that stuff. And when we met, this cat showed up in some shorts and a t-shirt and some raggedy flip-flops. And I was sitting there like, bro, like, I know I ain't nobody, I ain't got your money, but is this how you come out the house? Like we at this nice restaurant, and you walking in this nice restaurant where everybody in there is kind of dressed at least business casual. Many people business, but at least business casual. Here you are, some shorts, raggedy t-shirt, some tore flip-flops. And I was like, what are you doing? But what I learned from him, because I've been in many circles with them since then, rich folk don't care what you think. See, one of the things he said, Zeb, listen, let me tell you something about people who got money. People who really got money ain't in the business of convincing you they got it. And this is how authenticity works. There's a connection between that and authenticity. See, when you're authentic, you ain't in the business of convincing nobody of nothing. Like when you are really operating in your authentic space and your authentic zone, you're not in the business of convincing nobody of what you got, who you got, what you accomplished, where you are. And I learned that very valuable lesson from him, just in the way that he just now don't misunderstand me. When he jumps in that Maserati, because it's nice. When he jumps in that Maserati and he going to play golf or he going to hang out, he can put on some threads and really get down. And this is an older guy. He really, so he got it. Don't act like he ain't got it. He got it. But the thing is, he says, I don't have to convince people what I got. Like people know me. And when they know me and when I roll up, because I've proven myself to be true to myself, I ain't got to convince nobody of nothing. This is how authenticity works. See, many of you are so interested. I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but I don't care. Many of you are so interested and so much more interested in being understood and liked and appreciated and admired. You're into all of this surface periphery stuff that in the process, you're losing sight of the fact that if you just be true to who you are, there's a whole gang of people who will attach themselves to your authenticity. Stop trying to be something you're not. Stop running in circles where you really know you don't belong. Stop running from relationships you really like that people won't understand, while you run into relationships that are comfortable that everybody gonna like. Because you the one gonna be miserable every day. You the one gonna be in pockets where the relationship ain't gonna make sense to you. It ain't gonna feel right to you and authentic to you. You ain't hurt nobody but yourself. So we gotta stop not being true to ourselves and be completely okay with who we are, what we've been called to be, where we've been called to be, and the purpose that's been attached to our lives, so that we live authentic lives. And at the end of the day, when you're true to you, people who respect authenticity will respect you. I'm going to say this again slow. People who respect authenticity will respect you when you grow to a place of being true to who you are, not to anybody else's idea of what they want for you. I'm going to tell y'all about Pastor. Pastor came to a conclusion last year, and that is, before I take my last breath, I want to make sure that I'm living a life that is true to me and not true to what people want from me. You can kick rocks, a cactus rock with no socks on. I don't care. Pastor's going to be true to his purpose. Pastor's going to be true to his passions. Pastor's going to be true to his vision. Pastor's going to be true to his desires, what he wants. Pastor's going to be true to that. And when you get to that space, guess what? Folk ain't going to like it. There's a whole lot of people ain't going to understand. There's a whole lot of people going to try to criticize you. There's a whole lot of people, and I can't get into my 3 things. Not yet. I'm about to. There's a whole lot of people that's going to try to script your story, try to narrate your story, because I've discovered this, Shavonna, that when people don't understand who you are, they'll make something up. When people don't like what you are and what you're doing, they'll make something up. I've lived this. I ain't talking about what I heard. When people don't like your story, or when the narrative of your life does not fit their narrative for your life, folks start scripting what they want to script. And so what? When you authentic to who you are, be authentic to who you are, period. You ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. And so this is powerful. Now, I'm going to give you 3 unexpected blessings of being misunderstood, and I'm not giving you all 3 tonight. I'm going to give you 1. I'm going to give you 1 tonight. I'm going to give you 2 next week. I'm going to give you number 3 the next week. That's going to cover our series for the month of March. This thing is really so near and dear to my heart because I looked at number 1, and number 1 is so power-packed that I know I'm not going to have time to get through all of this. All right. So again, I'm giving you 3 unexpected blessings of being misunderstood. Now, I know some of y'all didn't like what I said about passing his life, but I don't care. It ain't y'all's life. I made up in my mind in 2020 that when I die, I'm going to die smiling. Like this, like I lived life till the wheels ran off. And that's how you got to live. You got to be true to your authenticity and to your passions and to your goal. See, and some of y'all really mess up in this space. Some of you choose jobs not because they fit you. You choose jobs because they pay you well. Again, this is my research. This is my specialty. Many people that know me today first learned of me in higher education. Career development, professional development, that's what I do. And one of the things I've always taught my students and taught professionals in general is you don't chase money, you chase passion. I'm a living witness. You can be in a job that pays you well and hate it every day. You can be in a job that pays you okay and love going every day and be great at that job. And when you are great at that job, when you are great at what you love, then what you love will eventually pay you. And I'm not talking from a perspective of what I heard. I'm talking from a perspective of what I know. I have left jobs. I have left jobs and taken $40,000, $45,000, $50,000 pay cuts just to be in spaces that align with my passion. And folks laughed at me. But I've never not recovered a single dime. Because when you get in a role that aligns with your passion, I don't know why I'm going this direction on careers, but maybe it's going to bless somebody. When you get in a position or a career that aligns with your passion, money going to always find you. Opportunities are going to always find you. Clients are going to always find you. New business will always find. Some of you are struggling in your careers right now because you chased the check. And I'm going to tell you, you can keep chasing the check, and it may make me sound like an old man. I don't care. Keep chasing your little raggedy check. Let me tell you something. You're going to get to a place where that check ain't going to be enough, especially if the check doesn't align with your purpose and your passions and the authentic nature of who you are. And so go after that, and then everything else is going to line up. I'm a living witness, right? And so this all connects. All right, number one, the number one unexpected blessing of being misunderstood is this. Watch this. You ready? This is an unexpected blessing, number one. When there is nothing common about you, there is nothing that can stop you. Unexpected blessing number one of being misunderstood. When there is nothing common about you, there is nothing that can stop you. When there is nothing common about you, there is nothing that can stop you. Some of you need to tag 5 people if you haven't already. Hurry, we got about 15 more minutes. When there is nothing common about you, there's nothing that can stop you. Let me say this to you. Nothing agitates the devil more. Nothing agitates the devil more than knowing he can't touch you. Nothing agitates the devil more than knowing he can't touch you. When the devil knows he can't touch you, he gets real salty. And think about this in your natural lives. You folks are single. When bums try to holler at you, when a bum tries to holler at you, and this is especially true for you ladies, but it applies to guys too. Totally. But it especially applies to ladies, especially. Ladies, you single, a guy can try to holler at you, and I'm just trying to make this point make sense. A guy can try to holler at you, and when he first tries to speak to you, it's, "What's up, beautiful? Hey, gorgeous. Hey, sexy. How you doing? What's your name? What's your size?" All of that, whack lines y'all fall for. It's all of that stuff. Watch. But when you sniff out that he a bum and you not interested, and you ain't even rude, you can be like, "Nah, I'm good. I appreciate it. Everything's well. I appreciate you, speaking." And you keep going. Then it's also, "Well, you want all of that anyway." I seen better anyway. And that's because when you're not common, you offend people who are used to having common things. And the same is true in your natural life. Nothing agitates the devil more. Nothing agitates people more than knowing they can't touch you. And see, I got to really deal with this, because when people can't bother you, When people can't irritate you, when people can't destroy you, when they can't stop you, it keeps you and it kills them. See, when people can't bother you, agitate you, destroy you, stop you, it doesn't stop you. It keeps you. That negative energy actually should sustain a person who's true to who they are. That should make you go harder. But in the long run, it completely destroys them. Which is why you should not waste an ounce of your energy trying to defend your uniqueness to other people. You should not waste an ounce of your energy. If you know you're being true to who you are in your life, you're being true to who you are in your career, you're being true to who you are in your purpose, you're being true to who you are in your relationships and the things you desire and the things that you want to happen in your life, you've been true to all of these things, you don't owe nobody no explanation. Who pay your bills? Who woke you up this morning? Who heals you when you get sick? See, life too short for you to be explaining your authenticity to people who's too scared to be authentic. See, yeah, you know what I discovered? A lot of people will criticize you for things that they don't have the courage to do. Y'all not talk back to me. I try not to scream. I try to be cool today. It's been a nice warm day, passing the walk 8 miles. I'm trying to literally 8 miles. Passing, trying to be cool, but y'all not talking to me. Isn't it crazy that when you are a trailblazer or you're authentic to who you are, people will criticize you, but secretly deep down inside, they wish they could do the same thing you're doing. They wish they had the guts to do the same thing you're doing, to make the same changes you made, to make the same decisions you made, to go the same direction you're going in. Most folks don't have the guts and the courage. They'll criticize you for leaving a job that pays you $10,000 more. But deep down inside, they like, man, shoot, I don't even like this job either. I wish I could do it, but I don't know. I'm going to pay my bill. That's because they don't have the guts to be authentic as you are. They criticize you for leaving bad relationships and think you're crazy because you left history. But deep down inside, they'd be like, dog, man, I don't really like where I am. I wish I could do it, but my family going to really dog me out. That's your problem. Y'all don't like the way I'm talking to you. Because see, when you true to you and you authentic to you, you don't care what people think. When you true to your purpose, you know he's on your side. You don't care what people think. You don't care what people got to say. You don't care what narrative they create. You could care less. And so brilliance and creativity. Y'all mind if I go an extra 10 minutes tonight? Because I've got to get through these points and I'm not going to make time. I'm not going to make 8:50. Can I have an extra 10 minutes tonight? Brilliance and creativity lives in a place called exclusivity. I'm going to say this again. Brilliance and creativity lives in a place called exclusivity. When you are exclusive in your life, when everything about your life is exclusive, you operate in a space called brilliance and creativity. See, anything that ain't exclusive is common. I really want to teach this right here bad. And there's so many directions I can take this. Anything in your life that ain't exclusive is common. And when you are true and authentic to your purpose, I want to say this to you. Everything in your life should be exclusive. When you are true to your purpose, when you are authentic and true to your authenticity of who you've been called to be, where you've been called to be, who you've been called to be connected to, then things in your life ought to be exclusive. Your career choices should be exclusive. Your purpose should be exclusive. Your relationships and connections should be exclusive. Because see, when you got purpose and you authentic in who you are, you don't want nothing common. And not only do you not want anything common, you don't want to be connected to nobody who is. See, some of y'all need to, some of these folk that's connected to in your life, you need to just turn them loose to the streets. Because some of these folks would rather be common and connected than to be a gift, and authentic. Did y'all hear what I said? Some people would rather be common and connected, be touched by everybody, connected to everybody, in reach of everybody, accessible to everybody. Some people would rather be common and connected than to be exclusive and to be authentic and a gift. I'm telling y'all, friendships, romantic relationships, whatever, some of y'all just need to let these folks just turn them loose to the streets. That's where they want to be. Yeah, are y'all listening to the old man tonight? So when there's nothing common about you, the expectation is that if you're going to operate in your own brilliance, then there can't be anything common about anything connected to you. Everything connected to you has to be as exclusive as you are. I'm trying to help somebody tonight. And so never settle. Never settle. When there's nothing common about you, you know there's nothing can stop you. And because of this, you should never settle on being common just to be comfortable. Say it again. Never settle on being common just to be comfortable. Don't take common jobs just to have a comfortable life. Don't take common relationships just to have a comfortable, non-criticized life. Don't make comfortable moves in your career just to have a comfortable, non-criticized life. And see, it's the thing. People don't want to make decisions that get them out of comfort into exclusivity because they don't want to be criticized. See, one of the traits, I feel like I'm teaching my third book. One of the traits, and I wrote about this in my third book, of a trailblazer is that they have this comfort of being criticized. Like, we are okay with you criticizing us and being critical and pointing out, look at what he did. Look at what she did. Look at what she's doing. Look at what he's doing. Look at the decision she made. Look at the decision he made. That stuff don't bother us. So what? Because part of the plight of being a trailblazer is being willing to put your life on display, to put your awesomeness on display, to put your brilliance, come on, I said it, and creativity on display. When you're living in this exclusive space where you are being true to who you are, authentic and true to your gift and your purpose, you are in a space that is so exclusive that, yes, it has to be on display for other people. And you okay if people are critical of you. You're okay if people try to dissect who you are. Listen, y'all, man, you are not walking in your authenticity if you've never been the subject of somebody's living room conversation. I'm going to say this again slow. If y'all don't remember nothing else I say tonight, please remember this right here. If you have never been the subject of somebody's living room conversation, if you have never been the subject of dining table conversation in somebody's house, you're not living authentic. You're not living true. You're not doing nothing. You ain't making no noise. It's okay if people criticize you, if they're critical of you, if they examine you. It's okay when you are comfortable in your purpose and comfortable in the authenticity that God's called you to have and be. You understand that that simply comes with the territory. You learn to live with it and you learn to live through it. Right? But at the end of the day, never chase comfort over happiness. I need y'all to type this. Never chase comfort over happiness. Because when you do, you don't hurt nobody but you. When you chase comfort over happiness, you the one that end up hurt. You the one that end up broken. You the one that end up settling. You the one that end up just taking whatever you can get, whatever it is. And that becomes a you problem. Never choose comfort over happiness. I'm going to tell y'all, some of the most uncomfortable decisions I've made have yielded some of the best happiness I've ever received. Y'all don't like this. Some of the most uncomfortable decisions I've ever made have yielded some of the most happy days I've ever experienced. Y'all, stop forsaking your happiness in the name of comfort and be willing to be a little uncomfortable, right? Because then remember, when you're in that space of being uncomfortable, you're going to be criticized. People not going to why pastor do this? Why she do this? Why he do that? People they're going to say whatever. So if you got thin skin, then just stay in the little comfort space and be over there on the little playground in the kiddie pool. If you got thin skin and you care about what people say about you, because some of y'all be like, I don't care what nobody say on the one hand, but then on the other hand, when people start talking, you broken down and you broke and busted and disgusted. Nah, when you really don't care, you really don't care. But if you do care, just go swim in the kiddie pool and be comfortable. There you are, you 5'5", you standing in 2 feet water and you comfortable. You'll never drown. Are y'all listening to the analogy? When you 6'2" like pastor and I stand in a 2-foot kiddie pool, I'll never drown. It's comfortable. I'll never be criticized. Hey, you never got to worry about me drowning. So even if I didn't know how to swim, I know how to swim. But even if I didn't know how to swim, if I'm in the 2-foot kiddie pool, it's comfortable. And so I don't have to worry about risk. I don't have to worry about people going to say. I have to worry about being rescued. Oh, he fine. He's 6'2" and he in the kiddie pool. But when you're 6'2" and you can swim and they throw you in the 8-foot water, guess what? People going to be like, I hope he make it. I wouldn't have jumped over there. That was all of this. He could have just stayed in the 2-foot pool. Y'all not catching this. This analogy is better than y'all saying amen. Ashley, they don't like this, Sister Ashley. They don't like what I'm saying. But this analogy is better than what y'all saying amen. See, people then see you jump in the 8-foot pool and they say, they know you 6'2", and they be like, Pastor could have just stayed in the 2-foot. He could have stayed in the 5-foot because he was telling him to do that and been okay. But here he is jumping out in this 8. I sure hope you know how to swim. Let me tell you something. If I didn't believe in my ability to swim, I would have never jumped out there. And see, this is the plight of a trailblazer. This is the plight of a person who's comfortable in their own skin. This is the plight of a person who's comfortable being misunderstood because they'll jump in the 8-foot because they know they can swim. Y'all, and some of y'all, y'all don't want nobody to talk about y'all. So I'm going to just stay on over here in the 4-foot. I'm going to keep working this average job every day. And I'm going to just keep going to this job, working with these people I can't stand every day because I'm in the 4-foot and I can swim and it's a guaranteed check. Then stay over there. And I'm not criticizing you for staying over there, but understand this message ain't for you tonight. This series is not for you. This series is for people who work a job and you swimming in the 4-foot pool and you 6'2" and you can easily swim in that. And it's a guaranteed check. But you look over there and see that 10-foot pool and you see the challenges that come with it. But you also see that your purpose is over there. And you also see that your destiny is over there. And you get up out the 4-foot and you walk down to the 10 and you jump in. Because see, then people are going to talk about you. Oh, shoot, she crazy. She should have stayed over there in the 4-foot. But that's the mentality of people that's got to be understood. The mentality of the people that's got to be understood is that what you do has to make sense. The mentality of the people who don't mind being misunderstood is they don't care if it don't make sense. I'm going to say this again. The mentality of the people who have to be understood is what I'm doing, the moves I'm making, the decisions I'm making, the purpose that I'm going after has to make sense to everybody. And if it doesn't, I might better pause. But the mentality of a person who could care less about being misunderstood is, listen, I don't care if y'all don't understand it. This decision I'm making aligns with my purpose. This aligns with my desires. This aligns with what I know I can have. I'm going over here and y'all can stay over there in the 4 and be comfortable. I'm going to come over here and be challenged and be rewarded for it. Rewarded. Are y'all listening to what I'm saying? I hope it's making sense. So again, never choose comfort over happiness. Now, let me give you a couple more bullets and I'm done. Thank you for letting me run over a few minutes tonight. All right. Give me 6 more minutes. We'll pray, sow a seed, and we'll be done. Look at this. I'm going to say this. This is a part of number 1. We said we're going to talk about 3 unexpected blessings of being misunderstood for the next 3 weeks. Right. And again, number 1 was when there's nothing common about you, there's nothing that can stop you. And here's another part of that I want to share. And it's this. Different might get you mislabeled, but it'll never get you mishandled. Being different might get you mislabeled, but it'll never get you mishandled. Being different might get you mislabeled. People might not understand you. And again, I told you earlier, when people can't understand you, they try to put a label on you that conveniently fits who they want you to be. So part of the plight of not caring about being understood and walking in your authenticity, part of the risk is that you also risk people not understanding you. And when they can't, they try to label you. But here's the problem. People can mislabel you, but they'll never be able to mishandle you. It's important. People will be close enough to see you, but not close enough to phase you. One of my favorite shirts says unbothered, period, honestly. I've worn that shirt to the point where the letters are peeling off. It's one of my favorite shirts because it's my mantra. One of my greatest mantras in life as a trailblazer in everything that I do. As a trailblazer in everything that I do, my mantra is simply that. I'm unbothered, honestly. It does not matter what people think. And people can be close enough to see what you're doing. But when you are walking in your authenticity and your purpose, when you're walking in what God gave you to be and what God gave you to do, they ain't be close enough to see you, but they'll never be close enough to phase you. Their opinions won't phase you. What they don't like won't phase you. And you've got to be comfortable in that, all right? Because see, the casualty of being different, right? The casualty, the cost, the price that you pay for being different is being misunderstood. People say, oh, Pastor, I want to be different. I want to start a different business. I want to have a different career. I want to have a different relationship. You saying all of this stuff about being different, but what you don't understand is the price you pay for being different is being misunderstood. You better get ready for people to mislabel you. You better get ready for people to try to mishandle you. You better get ready for people to try to play the 2 and 2 game with you and try to figure you out, and they only a bit more know what they talk about. You better get ready for that. And if you can't handle none of what I just said, stay in the 4-foot pool. Stay over there with Giselle and 4 in the 4-foot pool. Because the deep water belongs to people who are not bothered by the noise, who are not bothered by the outside narrative. The deep water belongs to people who make decisions regardless of the crowd, regardless of the noise. And if you can't do that, there's a kiddie pool. And you know what I discovered? Oh, this revelation is gorgeous. This is so gorgeous. You know what I discovered? I've been to resorts. I've been places. I've been, out of the country. Where I vacation out of the country. I've been to resorts in the country, out of the country. And you know what I discovered? You have these big pools. They have big pools. And so it's a breath of, normally the resorts don't have deep water because the goal is for everybody to get in. But I've been to a resort that had deep water. And this particular pool was an infinity pool that went out into the ocean, right? Very nice. But let me just say something to you. If you go to these big pools, right, that's got the different layers, like they may have 4 foot and then 5 foot and then 6 foot and then 10 foot, right? Let's use that as an example. 4 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot, 10 foot. If you just step back, this is a word. Oh God, this is a word. If you just step back and look at the pool, what side do you think most people are? I'm going to ask y'all again because I'm a teacher by trade. If you walk to a resort, if you go to a resort and there's 1,000 people out there, 500 people out there in this huge pool, you got 4 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot, 10 foot. What side do you think most people are on? The shallow end. Of the 500, you ain't going to have a whole lot of people in the 8 in the 10 foot. You're going to have a few people in the 5 and 6, but most of everybody going to be over there in the 5 and the 4. There's a life revelation to this. When you're not willing to go into the deep end and be true to who you are and authentic to who you are and risk being misunderstood, you end up with a whole lot more choices but you also end up in the 4-foot water. Yeah, I know it. Somebody just said this is over y'all's heads. Like, I really feel like I'm talking above y'all. Y'all not feeling how I'm teaching, and I don't see no hearts. I don't see no, you better preach, pastor. I don't see none of that tonight. And this is a whole word. See, people think they're doing themselves a favor by being comfortable. No, baby, you in the 4-foot water. And there's a whole lot of losers in the 4-foot. There's a whole lot of bums in the 4-foot. The risk takers, the authentic people, the people who don't care about what you think, they over there in the 10. And when you look at the whole pool, the landscape of the pool, folk don't go run into the 10-foot. They go run into what's safe. And I'm here to tell you, if you make decisions that are safe and not authentic, you end up in the 4-foot and not in the 10. I quit. I made this make sense in such a plain way. I don't know how else to say it. If you make decisions that are safe, you end up in the 4-foot pool and not the 10. Stop making safe decisions. Stop caring about what people think and what people gonna say, and start making decisions that are authentic and aligned with who you are and what you desire in your future. Y'all stop. I'm so sick of seeing people trying to swim in a 4-foot pool and they 7 foot tall. Y'all want another word on this? Let me give you another word on this, because this is good right here. Let me give y'all another word on this. As a person who can swim, as a person who ain't afraid to jump in the 10, let me give y'all let me take this a step further. You know what pains me? Nothing pains me more. As a person who can swim, who's willing to jump in the 10, nothing pains me more than to look across the pool and see somebody in the 4-foot who can swim like me, but who made a conscious decision to stay in the 4 because it's comfortable, instead of coming over to the 10 where they know they can handle it. In other words, nothing frustrates a person who is authentic than being connected to somebody who's scared. I quit. Nothing frustrates a person who is authentic, who ain't afraid of the deep water, who ain't afraid to step out in the deep, who ain't afraid to be true to themselves, than to be connected to somebody, watch, who got the same ability, who has the same tools, who has the same ability to swim, but they scared. And they so scared that they choose to stay in the 4 feet water instead of coming over to the 10. Ain't nothing more sad than to be over here in the 10-foot and see your friends over there in the 4, and they got the same abilities you got, but they scared. And because they scared, they settle and stay in the 4-foot instead of coming over to the 10-foot. Which is more proof that you can see stuff in people that they don't even see themselves. But until they see it, it don't matter. Did y'all hear what the old man said? You can see stuff even in people. You can see people swimming in the 4-foot that's got the ability to come over to the 10 with you. But you know what? If people can't see it in themselves, ain't nothing you can say to make them see otherwise. Ain't nothing you can do to make them see otherwise. So you got to be okay. You understand that the casualty of being different is being misunderstood. But you refuse to go to the 4 feet water, 4-foot pool. You refuse to go to the 4-foot pool, side of the pool, just to be comfortable or to fit in or to have more choices. Everybody's swimming in the 4-foot. That 10-foot is exclusive. And y'all, listen, I can make this connect to a lot. I can make this connect to how you make career decisions. Y'all ain't making a lot of notes tonight. Maybe I'm making y'all mad. I don't see a lot of notes tonight. Moderators quiet, everybody quiet. I don't know what's going on tonight. But let me tell y'all something. I don't care if it is making you upset. I'm preaching to you tonight. Let me tell you something. I can make this apply to anything. Career decisions. Some of y'all swimming in the 4-foot should be in the 10. Relationships. Some of y'all swimming in the 4-foot. There's a whole lot of choices in the 4-foot. When you date in the 4-foot water, it's a whole lot of choices. I'm talking average folks. Folks that's got potential, but they just rather play it safe because they want to be around a lot of choices. Or folk that's got potential to do 10 foot, but they rather play it safe. They don't want to push themselves. They don't want to challenge themselves to go over to the 10 foot where they can be have meaningful life. They just rather play in the 4 foot. There's a whole lot of people that's dating in the 4 foot that should be dating in the 10. Y'all just, thank you, Brother Dwayne. They're not even talking to me tonight. The whole church is quiet. All 40 of y'all, ain't a lot of us tonight. Quiet. Whole lot of y'all dating in the 4 foot. And you got 10 foot potential, but you scared. Well, I would go to the 10 foot, but I'm scared what people gonna think. I'm scared. The 4 foot is all I know. And this is safe, and it's safe over here. Then stay over there. Stay over there with the bums. Stay over there with the average folk and live an average life. Or you could come over to the 10 foot. It's a little deeper water. People gonna wonder if you can make it over there, or if you dating above your head. Or if you connected, this is a whole word and y'all don't even like this. If you connected above your head. But let me tell you something. If you know that's where you've been called to be, go to the 10 foot. Y'all, I quit. All right, I'll do reason number 2 next week. Did this make this word make any sense to anybody tonight? Because y'all not talking to me. Did Pastor do something wrong? Did Pastor offend you? Did this word make sense tonight? If it did, let me see some hearts. We're going to pray. We're going to sow a seed. We're going to go home. Well, we're at home, but you get the point. We're going to pray. We're going to sow a seed, and that's going to be it. Did this message bless anybody tonight? I don't see no hearts. Did it bless you? Some of you need to seriously give some thought about this. When there's nothing common about you, nothing can stop you. So you ain't afraid of the 10-foot water, but you refuse to swim in the 4 just to be comfortable. You refuse to work a job in the 4 just to be comfortable. Y'all ready? You refuse to date a 4 just to be comfortable. Some of y'all dating 4s and you're a 10. See, when you're a 10, there ain't a lot of choices when you're a 10. That pool get real shallow. Talk back to me. That pool get real shallow. Come on, Pastor making it make sense. I can't wait to announce some stuff to y'all real soon in a couple of weeks. Ooh, I can't wait. Pastor's really making it make sense. That pool get real shallow when you in the 10. And the choices are real wide when you in the 4. The responsibilities get real shallow in the 10 and stringent in the 10. It's a fun party in the 4. You ain't even got a float on you. You can stand on your feet. Your feet can hit the bottom of the pool. But you crowded, everybody over there, all in the way. You can't even walk from one side of the pool without bumping into people. It's freedom over here in this 10 foot. God help me here. When you decide to take your whole life and put it in the 10-foot water, because you ain't afraid to get out there and swim, and you ain't afraid to get out there and be misunderstood, and you ain't afraid to get out there and be authentic, it's freedom out here. It's free. And guess what? You don't be bumping into a lot of people because most people scared to try it. They scared to get out here and do what you're doing. It's freedom out here in the 10 foot. It's bums and average folks in the 4. This bless anybody tonight. Let's pray. Y'all, if you got a prayer request, because Instagram has gone silent. I don't know what I did to the Instagram folks. They have gone silent. Sister Bunch said they super focused. I believe this message is tugging on y'all tonight. Y'all better get out that 4 feet and get over here in the 10. Stop dating 4s, get over here in the 10. Stop working at 4s, be over here in the 10. Stop living a life of purpose on a 4 level and live a life of purpose on a 10 level. Get over here. It's freedom over here. You got a prayer request, I want you to type it. I'm giving you 20 seconds, quickly. I want you to type your prayer request tonight. If there's something I pray for, yes. Pastor made y'all a promise Sunday. Pastor's not willing to pray for himself this week. I have been praying for you every day this week. And so my prayers have been shorter because I normally, before I pray for anybody else, I pray for me first. And I have cut me out of my own prayers all week. And I've been praying for you. I've been praying for your prayer request. So if you've got a prayer request or a need tonight, a special need, I want you to type it in the prayer request or the comments tonight so I can see it. Or I want you to email your prayer request. You can email it to info@rehabcc.org. That's info@rehabcc.org. You can email your prayer request, but I want to see your prayer request. We're about to pray. I want to quickly get off this broadcast in the next 3-4 minutes and get out of here, okay? Thank you for letting Pastor go over tonight. This was a powerful message. I hope you would agree, all right? So type your prayer request in the comments. I want you to connect your hands like this as a sign, a symbol of faith. Let's prepare to pray. Are you ready? Come on, do it like this. Let's pray. Father, in Jesus' name, I thank you tonight for your word. Thank you for this powerful time of sharing and gathering you've given us. God, I pray that you were glorified through this message. And more than that, I pray that you would help us all to operate in a space where we worry less about being understood and we worry more about being true to who we are and true to our purpose and true to the plans that you've drawn for our lives, true to the authentic nature of our calling and our purpose. Help us to be true to that. We realize that as we seek you, as we seek our purpose, as we seek the plans that we have for our lives, the visions that you've given us for our lives, that everything else will indeed be added. Our job is to be true to who you've made us to be. Our job is to be true to who you've called us to be. Our job is to be true to the purpose you've given us so that everything else in our lives might align with that purpose. God, I come against the spirit of average. I come against the spirit of average, the spirit of common, the spirit of needing to fit in, the spirit of needing to be understood, the spirit of feeling like you have to explain yourself. I come against all of that. And I, God, through you, challenge you to challenge the people to embrace the courage that it takes to walk in the purpose and the plan that you've given them. Now, God, for every prayer request that has been typed, that has been emailed tonight, I pray this prayer that, God, you would answer the request of your people. You know what their needs are. You know what their desires are. You know what their passions are. You know what their goals are. You know what their aspirations are. I pray that you would answer their prayers, not just answer the prayers, but that you would do exceeding and abundantly above all that your people could ask or think. Let this week, the remainder of this week, be a week that is filled with miracles, open doors, made ways, met needs, granted wants and desires like never before. God, we thank you for these things and we count them done in Jesus' name. Amen. Listen, you pray with me. I want you to type in the comments. It is so. It is so. Come on. It is so. If you prayed, I want you to type, it is so. Good. I'm praying for you. Praying for your families. Absolutely. Thank you. Healing, friends, grandmothers, grandfathers, churches. Thank you so much for putting that in. It is so. Come on. If you pray with me, I want you to put in the comments right now. It is so. It is so. It is so. It is so. Listen, I want to challenge you as you're typing, it is so. I hope you pray with us. I want to challenge you tonight to sow a seed tonight. I pray this message bless you. I pray this message bless you. I am cutting a short, trying to get out of here tonight. Thank you for letting me run over. This message bless you tonight. If our ministry has been a blessing to you, you can sow into our ministry tonight. You can do it through 3 avenues, one of 3 avenues. You can give via CashAPP, $ REHABCCGIVE. That's $ REHABCCGIve. You can get through our website, www.rehabcc.org, or you can get through your cell phone. Text REHABWORKS to 88202. That's REHABWORKS to 88202. Either one of these mediums, you can be a blessing to our ministry tonight. If this message has blessed you, if our broadcast has been a blessing to you, I want to challenge you to give tonight and watch God be a blessing back to you because of the way that you have given. Listen, so grateful for those of you that gave Sunday, that continue to sow into our ministry in the ways that you do. And our ministry would not continue to be able to function the way it is. COVID did not stop rent from needing to be paid. It does not stop utilities and all of those things from needing to be paid. And so I'm grateful for how you've sown into our ministry and how so many of you have sustained us. And again, I want to challenge you tonight to give. If this message is, if this ministry has been a blessing to you, I want to challenge you to give tonight. And again, you can give one of 3 ways: via CashAPP, $ REHABCCGIVE, through our website, www.rehabcc.org, or from your cell phone by texting REHABWORKS to 88202. Text REHABWORKS to 88202. You can give either one of those 3 ways, and I promise you, God will bless you in a special, special, tremendous way. Listen, I love y'all. I'm praying for y'all. I hope you're praying for me. I'm doing all of my praying this week for you all. So I hope somebody's praying for me this week. Listen, I want you to have a phenomenal week. It is, what's today? Tuesday. Wow. The days are mixing up. It's just Tuesday. But we got a few more days. If you're on the East Coast, this has been a very warm week. And so I hope you've been enjoying this weather, and hope you will take the time to enjoy this weather, enjoy your family, enjoy the things that you want to do these next couple of days. And listen, I can't wait to see you Sunday. I got a powerful word for you on Sunday. Ooh-wee. A powerful word for you on Sunday. Make sure you tune in Sunday, 9:08 a.m. If you have not already, do me a favor. I want you to make sure that you like, share this video, subscribe to our channel, subscribe to all of our channels, Facebook, the Rehab Christian Center, Instagram at the Rehab Experience, YouTube at the REHABCC. I want you to subscribe to all of our channels. Make sure you do that. Like this video, love this video, share this video with 5 people, and invite somebody to tune in on Sunday for a powerful message. Can't wait to share with you, and it's going to bless your socks off. All right. Listen, I love y'all. I ran way over. I apologize. Tune in again next Tuesday for the second unexpected blessing of being misunderstood. We'll pick up there. I'll make a note so I know where I left off, and we'll continue from there. All right. I love you guys. I'm praying for you. I'm rooting for you. Have a fantastic week. I will see you on Sunday. Peace and blessings.
Thank you for watching the Rehab Christian Center live experience. If this broadcast has been a blessing to you and you would like to be a blessing to our leader, Dr. Zeb Talley III, you can sow a seed into his ministry by CashAPP at $PastorZT3. It is our prayer that this message of hope encourage, enlighten, and empower you to be better. Please tune in Sunday at 9:08 a.m. for our Sunday morning experience. And as always, be blessed and have a wonderful week.